Okay, I want to talk about a piece of fucking drivel called Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween fucking 2, which is a god awful fucking sequel to a shitty fucking remake of the original Halloween, a series that I loved. And I'll try to say fucking as much as fucking possible because apparently that's fucking good dialogue in fucking Rob fucking Zombie's mind. Um, this movie's just terrible, man. This is one of the worst horror movies I've ever seen, and it's really sad because it's in a franchise that is my favorite horror franchise. Um, God, where to begin? There's so much to say about this movie. I'm going to go into it in depth. I'm going to spoil it. I'm probably going to tell you what happens through the whole fucking movie because it's fucking terrible and deserves to be made fun of. And you don't need to see it. You're better off watching this. Um, but let's set up the basic premise here in case you don't know what's going on or what it is. But basically, this time Michael Myers is presumed dead because he was shot in the face at the end of the remake, but there's no real reason why he's presumed dead because his body disappeared. No one found his body, and he's off on the outskirts of Haddonfield, like basically living like a hobo. And he looks like a hobo. He looks like Rob Zombie, and he's like out in the farmland and stuff, and I guess plotting his return. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Um, and you have Laurie Strode, who is played by Scout Taylor Compton, who was just awful. She's traumatized by the events of what happened in the first film, getting attacked by Michael Myers, and she just basically screams through the whole movie and acts like a little fucking kid. And then besides that, you have Dr. Loomis, who is played in this iteration of the series by Malcolm McDowell, who is just slumming it here, and for inexplicably in the sequel, he's a complete fucking asshole, which I don't. I I wish I could understand what Rob Zombie was thinking, but he's just this total dick who has a book coming out about about Michael Myers, and all he cares about is fame and fortune, and I don't know. He's just an egotistical dick. Doesn't make sense. It fits into the plot at the end, and he tries to like have a moment of redemption, but by that point, it's just bad fucking writing. It's a bad idea, and like, how do you take one of the most beloved characters in the series, Doctor Loomis, the guy that carried this series, and just turn him into a dick and completely just shit on his character? That's the problem with these movies is they don't respect the Halloween series. They don't understand them. Rob Zombie does not understand the Halloween series. Um, he's more suited for like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or some, just do it. He should do his own fucking hillbilly bullshit. Do fucking Devil's Rejects 2 or some shit. I mean, he just doesn't get spooks or scare or mood or atmosphere or dialogue or characters. He just doesn't get it, man. This guy shouldn't be making movies. It pisses me off because I could write something easily as good as what he fucking wrote, and yet their studio is giving him money to do this. He has a career out of it. He gets to put the vile fucking garbage in his head onto the screen. Um, so sorry that going off on a little rant there, but that'll happen several times in this. And that's the story. Michael comes back to Haddonfield, kills some motherfuckers that have nothing to do with anything, and then tracks down Laurie Strode. We find out Laurie Strode is the sister of Michael Myers. Uh, just a bunch of fucking bullshit, man. It starts off the beginning of the fucking movie with like a quote from some like dream interpretation textbook or some shit about a white horse and how it shows purity and rage and blah 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 blah. And then you have this horrible fucking flashback scene of Michael Myers in the hospital. And if you don't remember from the remake, Michael Myers is like this little fucking white trash kid with long hair who's a little fucking pussy, but somehow he turns into a fucking giant hobo in 10 years. But it starts off with him in the hospital and his mom going to visit him. Sherry Moon Zombie, who Rob Zombie, his wife has to be in every fucking movie, even though she's terrible. Um, she shows up and brings him like a little white horse toy or some shit, and he talks about how he wants to go home and be with his mommy, and she's like, "Oh, we'll be home soon. Like, put a smile on your face." And then it's like Halloween 2. Like, oh, that was such a great fucking scene, Rob Zombie. Yes, Michael Myers is a little pussy who just loves his mommy. Michael Myers loves his mommy. Oh man, I guess maybe I'd be okay with a remake going into like some psychological shit, but like the way Rob Zombie handles this stuff, it's so ham-fisted and generic. Like, oh, he was abused as a kid, but he loves his mommy, and he has rage inside him that's symbolized by a white horse. Ooh. And after that shitty fucking opening flashback scene, we go into right where the first movie ended, basically, with Laurie Strode running down the street covered in blood after she shot Michael Myers, and Sheriff Brackett picks her up, who's played by Brad Dourif, and he takes her to the hospital, and Michael Myers chases her down to the hospital. Or no, well, first they take Michael Myers in an ambulance, and you have these two disgusting fucking ambulance guys talking about fucking corpses, and they hit a cow, and one of them dies instantly, and the other one's like sitting there dying, blood coming out. Oh fuck, 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 fuck. And Michael Myers gets out and kills him. And first, you know what? Before I go any further, let me talk about what I like about the movie, which is very little, and then I'll try to list everything that fucking sucks about the movie, and then we'll go into more detail. What do I like? I like Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif is an excellent actor, and somehow he manages to actually give a good performance in this movie. Even though the movie sucks, he's good in it. I always like seeing Brad Dourif. I'm interested to see the movie that he has coming out where he's going to be the lead role in it. I think that guy deserves more acting jobs. He deserves better than this. I like the fact that Laurie Strode is traumatized in this one. Like Zombie tries to take in like what happened to her and deal with it, like maybe in a realistic manner. But unfortunately, like that results in all that it really amounts to is like her shouting and screaming and terrible acting. So what else? Is there anything else that I liked? No, that's it. Things I don't like. I don't like the story. Don't like the characters. Don't like the dialogue. Don't like the kills. You can't see most of the kills through the whole thing. There's nothing here to like. Really, there's Brad Dourif. There's the idea that Laurie Strode is traumatized. And he's trying to deal with that in a realistic manner, but that's it. So Michael Myers gets taken in this ambulance. He kills the fucking ambulance drivers, and then he goes and chases Laurie Strode down to the hospital. And you're like, well, this is a pretty condensed, variation on the original Halloween 2, which was like all in a hospital, like Michael Myers stalking her around a hospital. And, but it's just dull violence, and then he chases her, like she goes into a little security box or room or whatever on the property, and then he breaks into that, and he goes, I'd like to kill her with an axe, and then you find out it's all a dream. The first fucking 20 minutes of the movie is all a dream, and besides that, you have lots of dream sequences afterwards with the mom and the white horse, which this movie's long, man. This movie's like 2 hours, and it's terrible, and it needed to be cut. I would not have let this movie out without him cutting all the dream bullshit. That whole like story of the dream bullshit, like the whole white horse thing. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's silly. Um, and so then after that you find out Laurie Strode's all fucked up now, and she has to go see a therapist, and she has terrors and panic attacks, and but then there's also like suggested that she has rage in her too, like Michael Myers, and maybe she's psychically linked because she sees the mom and the horse sometimes. I don't fucking know. Um, God, it's just so bad, man. And then you have Dr. Loomis, who's made a book about this shit, and he's just a complete dickhead. He's a dick to his assistant. He reveals secrets in the book that he wasn't supposed to reveal, such as that she was his sister. And he's like just going on this like media tour, being an asshole and giving like fucking interviews where he acts like a dickhead. And I just, and you know, Michael stalks the country across the countryside, heading towards fucking fuck man.